Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little get ready with me, but I'm going to do this in an uncut way. It is currently 7:52. I have to finish getting ready in like 10-15 minutes. So I figured I would show you guys my routine when I'm in a rush, my like no makeup routine, and then I figured we would do our hair together. And what I've been doing for my hair has been pretty simple lately, but I wanted to show you guys anyway because I've gotten a few questions about it. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Vivian. I'm a robotics engineer with a love for all things beauty and makeup related, and I'd love it if you liked and subscribed if you aren't already, and let's just hop into it. So typically I don't go in with a ton of skincare. Most of my skincare is usually just putting on sunscreen in the morning, but my skin is feeling super dehydrated, so I'm gonna go in with my this is the Air Angel Hydrating Gel Cream. I just did 2 pumps, and I'm kind of putting this mostly on the areas that are dry. Like most of my dry patches are on these active acne scars, but my skin has just been feeling kind of dehydrated in general, so I want to give it a little bit extra love. And because I'm kind of in a rush, I'm trying to reach for products that are very multi-use, things that like go a really long way without looking too heavy. And since this is going to be like a no makeup, I feel like a lot of the products that I'm going to use are like really inducive of that type of look. So I'm gonna go in with the sunscreen. This is from Iris and Romeo. This is the Weekend Skin. This is an SPF 50 with vitamin C in it. I am gonna take 2 pumps, and what I like about this is that it has a slight tint to it, so it's not gonna cover everything, but it just like lightly evens out my skin tone without feeling too heavy. I will say this does get quite oily on me throughout the day, but that's just because my skin itself is super oily. But I have really been liking this. They did send this to me, but since I've gotten it, I've been using it pretty much like every day because I've always kind of been running late for work. Okay, so you can see like I'm still not fully covered, but I'm covered a little bit more than I would be, and I am kind of like conscious about these acne scars, so I'm gonna go in with my Glossier Pot Concealer. This is in the shade G9, and I just take my finger and I just go over some of the areas that are maybe a bit more red, a bit more where I just need a bit more coverage. And then I also just take this underneath my eyes for some coverage as well. I do really like this Glossier Stretch Concealer. I feel like it blends out really easily, and it does have a good amount of coverage to it. More so than you would kind of expect from Glossier. That is base all done. When I am in a rush, I don't typically go in with a ton of bronzer or anything, but I do still go in with blush. So I'm gonna go in with my Benefit Benetint, and I really like this because one, I feel like I really like the shade of this, but also it blends out really easily, and it is a stain, so I feel like it does also last all day, which is nice. The one thing about the Iris and Romeo sunscreen is that I kind of feel like it leaves my hands just feeling like kind of gross, so I always have to wash my hands after applying, but that's okay. And even though the Benefit Benetint is a stain, there's still enough time to like blend it out. Sorry, I had to refocus there. There is still enough time to blend it out. The only thing I have on my lips right now is my Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. But over top of that, I'm gonna put on a little bit more of the Benefit Benetint. Just to give my lips a little bit of color, but not look too intense still. eyebrows, I'm not going to do anything insane. I'm just going to take my Alicia Shaper Pomade Eyebrow Fixer and just run it through. This step would have taken me, like my brows would have taken me a lot longer before I got my eyebrows tattooed, but since getting them tattooed, if I'm in a rush, this is usually what I do. And then also, I have to go in with powder. Like I said, I am very oily and I get really oily throughout the day. I'm just gonna go in with my LYS. I'm just gonna go in with my LYS setting powder. It's in my project pan. And just kind of take this everywhere. Lastly, my mascara is probably the step that takes me the longest, so I'm just going to curl them and run some mascara through them. For mascara, I'm going to go in with my Ramon Hand All Fix Mascara. This is in the brown shade. These mascaras feel very dry very quickly, which isn't like a huge deal because they're pretty inexpensive, but I kind of wish they felt a little bit more wet for a little bit longer. I'm sorry for all the phone vibrations. Okay, I did get some on my eyelid. I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit. In the meantime, I am gonna do my hair. I have already like brushed through my hair, put in a couple of different products. The next thing I'm gonna go in with is the heat protectant. This is the Bumble and Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil. And because I really only put heat through the front pieces of my hair, I really only put heat protectant in the front pieces of my hair. So I spray it in my hands and then just run it through like this. I mean, whatever is left over, I'll put back there, but for the most part, I'm not like too concerned about it. So the way that I've been doing my hair lately has pretty much just been curling the front pieces and then brushing them through so that they're not as intense. And I've been using my Dyson Airwrap. This is the 1-inch like long barrel, I believe, but this is like the old version of the Dyson, so I just bought the barrel. that is pretty much it for my hair. I know it looks kind of crazy right now, but my hair dropped so much, even with the Dyson Airwrap, even if I use hairspray. So I just kind of let it sit. Since I'm just waiting for this to cool down a little bit, I'm just using a spoolie to try and scrape off the mascara on my eyelid. Also, yes, I know it looks crazy, but I'm kind of going for that like blowout look, so when it does drop, it does look a little bit more like a blowout. I'm just gonna take a wide tooth comb and just brush it through. Also, the back of my hair is a little wet too, so that also just kind of like calms it down a little bit because there's a little bit of moisture in the rest of my hair. See, but once it's like calmed down, it looks more like a blowout than anything, and honestly, I don't really care what the back of my head looks like. But this is pretty much the final look. This is my uncut. Get ready with me when I'm running late for work. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!